Welcome to Taiwandering with Jason. I have a special guest. We have Clay Danner, who works with the new Taipei Kings basketball team, and he's going to answer some questions about basketball in Taiwan. Thanks again for coming to this interview.
Thanks for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? How you came to Taiwan, how long have you been here?
My first time to Taiwan was in 1999, so I grew up in the United States in Arkansas.
Okay.
Small little town, fewer than 10,000 people. You get from one end to the other in 5 minutes. Never in a million years dreamed I'd live overseas. I came here for the first time, like I said, in 99 while I was at school. And I thought it would also be my last time, but I fell in love with the place. Altogether, I've lived here in Taiwan for about 10.5 years.
Wow. And so you're now with the new Taipei Kings. Could you tell us a little bit about your role with the team?
On the website, I'm officially called the sports psychologist or mental health coach. I also operate as their chaplain. And providing like spiritual support and that kind of thing for the guys on the team and for the organization. And then I do leadership development and culture development as well within the organization.
That's great. In Taiwan, there are two professional basketball leagues. There's the P League, the new Taipei Kings are affiliated with that, and then there's also the T1 League as well. Could you tell us a little bit about the skill level of the basketball players here in Taiwan versus maybe back in the United States?
I mean, it's a professional league and a legit professional league. I mean, if you compare it to the NBA, it's not that level of skill. But at the same time, like, is there potential to move that direction? Absolutely. And I think P League is the avenue for that. You know, Taiwan loves basketball. Everybody plays. Now that we have P League, it's just giving people players a better opportunity to improve and to grow and expand their personal opportunities, but also showcase Taiwan on an international level.
This past year, Dwight he came to Taiwan to play for the T1 League for the Italian Leopards. Most people know about Jeremy Lin Sanity from the New York Knicks. He's a Taiwanese American, and just this year he came back to Taiwan to play for the Kaohsiung Steelers. Now his brother Joseph Lin plays for the new Taipei Kings, so that's kind of interesting. I just went to the game a couple days ago, and it was just electric. Fans are still nuts about Jeremy Lin. What do you think about the addition of these NBA players here?
When Dwight came, it definitely turned more eyes around the world here in the Taiwan of like, hey, what's going on? Dwight Howard's playing basketball there. It's getting us talked about in ESPN and that kind of deal. Now that Jeremy's here, it's brought even more eyes here. Honestly, I feel like here within the P League, we already had a really solid fan base and like already had a lot of our games like close to sold out or sold out depending on who we were playing and that kind of deal. Now definitely with the addition of Jeremy, the tickets sell out in like 2 minutes. Like throughout the rest of the season, I think for every team, that's absolutely good. It brings more attention. But yeah, I could definitely see with what we've created here in P League, the upward trajectory that we seem to be on. I feel like it would definitely be a destination that former NBA players or NBA hopefuls would want to come here to be able to further develop as individuals and as athletes. And there's more notice, you know, with the eyes of the world on what's going on here. So I definitely think that it's something that is a positive, or that can be a positive.
Which players from other countries do you have on the new Taipei Kings roster?
Of course, most of our players are Taiwanese. Then Byron's from the state. Well, actually, Byron's a dual citizen, American and British. And Kenny's from the U.S. He actually lives not far from where my wife grew up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We might hang out some this summer when we're both back in the States. Joe, of course, is from the U.S. And then Omar is from Senegal.
Oh.
And then Quincy was born in the U.S. but is now a Taiwanese citizen.
Yeah, he's like wildly popular in Taiwan, so that's great. Wasn't he thinking about they were going to let him play for the Chinese Taipei team or something like that?
He did, I believe.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's wonderful. How is the English level for a lot of the Taiwanese players, and how do you usually communicate with them on the basketball court?
Yeah, so for our local guys, we have a handful that can understand pretty well, like when coach is talking or if I'm speaking in English, they can understand the gist of what's going on. There are a few that can have like actual conversation, but in general, it's not super high level. That's one of the things that we're trying to help change that mindset, get people to where they're not just able to, but wanting to learn more English. And I don't want our Taiwanese guys and Taiwanese basketball to become the NBA and to become American. Taiwan is special. The people here are special. As things grow and as more opportunities come, I want our guys to be empowered and equipped to be able to communicate Taiwan to the world. And to do that, to export Taiwan basketball, to export Taiwan to the world, and to do that, English is the best form of communication. So it's not really, I don't want people to think I'm trying to change you into being a Westerner. That's not the focus at all. We want to help you better communicate who you are and what Taiwan is, so that the rest of the world can grow and benefit from it. And that's only going to benefit everybody. And then as far as me personally, I speak Chinese. I took classes back in 2002 and 2003. Everything else has just been trial and error. So by most people's standards, I'm fluent, but what I've learned is the more fluent I get, the more I have to learn, you know? And so when I'm meeting with any of the guys one-on-one, and even sometimes when I'm doing training or teaching with them, I'll do it in Chinese.
Could we have a couple of basketball terms, and then you can tell us what it is in Chinese?
I can try.
Okay.
Yeah, I can try.
Okay. All right. So one basketball term is maybe a three-pointer.
Three-pointer is 三分球.
三分球. So
yeah,
san,
3-point ball.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
What about a rebound?
Rebound is 篮板.
Okay. Now, this is one that I thought would be interesting. What about pick and roll? Pick and roll.
We usually just say pick and roll, like
okay.
whenever because everybody knows what that is.
Right.
Now, there probably is an actual Chinese phrase for it, but usually we just say pick and roll, and everybody knows.
Yeah. That's funny. What is your favorite part about your job? What do you enjoy doing most with the new Taipei Kings?
I use this analogy. I want my ceiling to be other people's floor.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I really want to help empower people into their destiny, into their God-given dreams, into their desires. Everything I've learned that I wish I had known 20, 25 years ago, if I can take that and give that to these guys and help support them so that they have a better starting point, then that's my desire. So being able to come alongside the guys here and really help change their mindset, not from a Taiwan or Asian to a Western mindset. Like, I don't want to get people to start thinking this way. I want people to start thinking this way. Start thinking up and improvement and continual improvement. And so I'd say that's my favorite part, is just being able to connect with and get to know the guys and to be there for them and help them develop as they develop as people. Not just on the basketball court, but in their families, in their future occupations, jobs, wherever it is, in their communities, help them be able to push things forward.
Just real quick, how is the team doing? What is the record right now?
We are 24-10, I think.
Okay.
So we're sitting in first place right now in the league.
Wow, that's awesome.
We were the first team to clinch a playoff spot.
Okay.
And right now, with where things are, we're guaranteed to either have the first or second seed going into the playoffs. So looking pretty good right now. For any supporters out there, if it's okay for me to say, let's go Kings. You guys follow us, cheer us on. It's pretty awesome because all the games are shown for free on YouTube, which is not something that I think any league in the world does. And it's really easy to watch. It's good quality basketball. Yeah, so we're excited about the potential. Right now, the Braves are still the champions until somebody else is crowned that at the end of the season. So that's our goal.
That's great. Okay, well, thank you very much again for coming.
Thanks for having me.